Every January, millions of people say to themselves, this is the year. I'm going to wake up earlier, work out harder, eat cleaner, and finally do all of the things that I've been putting off for the last 3 years. And for about 2 weeks, they do it. And then they don't. And then the story they tell themselves is always the same. I didn't want it bad enough. I ran out of willpower and I am weak. It's happened to all of us. And here's what we need to understand about that narrative. It's wrong and it's costing us time, money, and sanity. I'm Kate Lemere, and I've spent decades in the fitness industry as a chief instructor, brand strategist, and behavior change specialist. And I've seen thousands of smart, motivated people fail at achieving goals they genuinely want. And it was never because they didn't care enough. They were all just using the wrong tools for the job. Willpower is not a character trait. It's something you either have or you don't. And once you understand what it actually is and what it's actually for, you'll stop berating yourself when you run out of it. What I'm about to tell you is not widely talked about. Most creators and trainers in the fitness space are not talking about this. A, they're either not equipped to, or B, because it goes against and dismantles the very nature of the hustle culture that built their success in the first place. Willpower is a finite resource. It depletes every single day for everyone. You are not unique. That is a universal experience. Every day you make decisions that take away and draw from a cognitive pool. Should I work out now or later? How do I respond to that one annoying thing my coworker just said? Should I dump that fuckboy? Every micro decision, moment of emotional regulation, every time you override an emotional impulse, that is willpower depleting. You may think those are just daily occurrences and considerations, but that is willpower being spent. By the time you get to 6 p.m. after functioning all day as an adult in a demanding, capitalistic, patriarchal world, that pool is no longer full. In fact, it's not even close. It's more like a puddle. And you're asking it to carry the weight of an entire behavior change. That is fucked up. And furthermore, then you're confused when it doesn't work out. No. Zoom out. The fitness industry has built $1 trillion economy on the idea that wanting it bad enough is a mechanism. Vision boards, motivational speeches, before and after pictures, testimonies that are actually just AI slop. All of it is designed to make you feel bad enough about yourself in the moment that you click purchase. And it all works. It will literally all work. For most of us, it'll work for about 2 weeks until the novelty wears off, life comes to the forefront, and the willpower math stops adding up. Let's put a pin in that and zoom out again, this time from a neurological standpoint. Your prefrontal cortex, responsible for long-term thinking, impulse control, and decision-making, is in constant competition with your limbic system, which is older, faster, and entirely focused on immediate comfort and threat avoidance. You could say that your limbic system is kind of like a man, emotional. Willpower is your prefrontal cortex overriding the limbic system. And it can do that, but not indefinitely, and certainly not under stress, sleep deprivation, decision fatigue, which describes pretty much the average Tuesday for most of us adults. And I'm not even talking about the moms. Dear God, the moms. So when the limbic system says, don't go to the gym, you're tired, and your prefrontal cortex is already running on fumes, the limbic system is going to win each and every time. Not because you're weak, but because you're human and your brain is doing exactly what it's designed to do to ensure your survival. And here's where it gets pretty fucking insidious. Every time your strategy fails, you don't blame the system. You don't blame your strategy. You blame yourself. And each failure compounds the narrative. I'm someone who can't follow through. And honestly, I don't deserve the things that I want. That narrative then becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Whether you know it or not, you approach the next endeavor half depleted, which means you're starting with even less in the tank. You fail because you've built a system that requires maximum willpower at the moment where the least amount of willpower is available. And then you're internalizing and rationalizing that structural failure as a personal one. That is so fucked up. But good news, you can fix it. The goal is never to have more willpower. The goal is actually not to need willpower, period. It is ideal to need as little willpower as possible to achieve all the shit you want. Every piece of friction you remove from executing a behavior enhances and increases your chances of doing it. Every decision you make in advance, what you're wearing to the gym, what time you're going, and what to do when you get there, is willpower that you don't have to spend in the moment. The people who seem like they have more discipline than you, or the people who you deem to be more successful than you, they've built systems and an environment where the right behavior is also the path of least resistance. They're not white knuckling it every day. They've engineered their choices. That's the work, not grinding harder, longer, or wanting it more. It's designing a system where your half depleted Tuesday brain can still make the right decision because you've made it easier than the alternative. And that is the work that you're not going to find in the gym, a workout, a viral reel, or on TikTok. Willpower is a tool. Don't get me wrong. It's actually very useful when you can get it, but it is a short-term bridge and not a long-term foundation. If your entire fitness strategy is built on willpower, you are 1 week away from starting over again, right? That's like a house of cards. The fix is not discipline, willpower, or motivation. Your solution lives in designing a system that fits in your life and empowers success. That feels fucking good. Okay, that's all for now. If this has resonated with you, subscribe for new videos every week, and I'll keep breaking down the psychology that actually determines whether or not all this shit sticks. And if you're ready to stop relying on willpower and start building something that works without it, my 3-day trial is just a click away. A 1-hour workout is 4% of your day, and that time is yours. You just have to work out what happens in the other 96% of what happens before and after. Okay, bye.